The Highway Life, based on a true story.
Biggs, we have very different lives, you know.
I want you to have this.
Biggs, I can't take this. Finish the schoolie, Biggs.
Joy, why are you so good to me?
Because you're my daddy.
I'll always be your daddy.
And just like that, Biggs was gone. It's about to go down.
Yo, what is good, y'all? It's your boy Bolo Biggs. Welcome back to the Highway Life. Y'all saw me work on my kitchen last week and couch previously, but never got to storage. Well, I can't do storage either. I cannot place any of those until I dress my windows. You're like, what the hell are you talking about? Why are you dressing your windows now? My windows are done, cocked, sealed, and all that good stuff. So let me explain. The one reason I fell in love with building a bus was I was going to keep all my windows. I just like the way the bus looks. I refused to eliminate any windows. I kept them all. But by keeping them all, I created issues for myself, which I knew I was going to address eventually. I waterproofed the bus, I sealed the bus, I weatherproofed the bus. Obviously did the installation, cost me a bundle, which I don't regret. But that does me absolutely no good if I don't address my windows. The windows aren't double panel like a house is, so you're gonna get all the environments. And in the winter is the worst part, when you get that cold, chill wind on your butt crack in the middle of the night. Not pleasant. I had that happen in my camper van. So how am I addressing it? From the very beginning, I had always planned on building the bus like a cockpit, like an airplane. Sealing everything off to sealing everything off to everything else. That's where I'm at today. So let me show you what I'm doing with my windows to finalize it all. This is how I am sealing off my windows. Now I'm fucking with y'all. There is 3 ways to address your windows. You can super tint the hell out of them with really high quality tint. You could do blackout curtains, heavy duty curtains, and so on and so on. And 3, you could seal off your windows from the outside, right? So that basically eliminates your window, which I have a problem with. So how do I fix my window issue? I'm sealing it off from the inside. Yes, and I'm sealing off my window from the inside, but removable at any given time and so on. So the things that I named off, I actually plan on doing all 3. I can't get to the window tint yet because I don't want to get them damaged while I continue to build. So George is going to help me with that once everything is done. Probably the last thing I do is the window, because the way my system is set up, I can get to them easily. Alright guys, so this is what I'm addressing today. I held out as long as I could. I am going to put my trim for my window framing metal. It's going to serve 2 purposes. It's going to look good, but it's also going to address my thermal break from my window inside during harsh weather temperature condition. Well, basically I am placing this 2x3 on the flat surface. I have to cut out this notch here for these brackets that hold these windows in place. These are the boards that I was showing you guys, where I would be placing on my window framing. This is the driver's side. All I've done is just put D1, D2 for which window frame I'm working on. P for passenger side. All I've done here is cut that notch out for that little bracket that holds the window into the window frame. I've just routed out about just right under a 1/4 inch, and then the length of the bracket. I'm using this board as a guide, just because it was easier going for me going this way versus going that way. These are all cut. I pre-drilled where I want my holes to be when I go into the metal frame of the windowsill. All I did was use a ruler so that I can get some sort of uniform thing going, you know, just to make it look nice or whatever. This one is in place. You guys see what I'm doing here? So I put this 2x3 that ran the length of the bus many decades ago for this particular reason. This piece trim is going to cover my metal. I am going to put some sort of break in between It's for the metal so that it doesn't connect, well, touch the wood. But as you can see, it's flush here. Once I put in my other board, that'll be flush. So my whole window framing will be flush. And the purpose of that is I'm gonna use a system during harsh weather condition that I can put a board up. This board is the number 4 board for the 4th window. I just took it out. I need to countersink the head for this so that it's flush, sand it down, paint it black, and then I'll get it reinstalled. The reason why I need to countersink this is because when it sits flush, then I can put my final trim on top of it, which will help me with the window boarding. That's all I need to do. Doesn't need to look pretty. It's gonna get covered over anyway. I'm gonna take the opportunity, since I have everything cleaned up, to paint my ribs, my window framing, the bottom skirt of that area, and that 2x3, which will be part of the frame itself. Got 2 coats on, looks pretty good. Just one with flat black. It's more for shadowing background than anything. Got all my pieces sanded down, painted. Got the additional trim pieces, final trim pieces, sanded down. Has a bunch of splinters cut down. I hit that with a touch of paint, clean it up. You guys have figured out by now I'm building my window system in sections. Actually, my entire bus is built in sections. And if you notice, I don't use nails for shit. I use screws for everything because I can quickly take apart shit. Except when I do my final good looking trim shit throughout the bus. Then I'll use a nail gun with very small nails. I'm doing it in section is I can easily get back to my windows. If you guys remember, I live in the hood. It is what it is. Drive-bys, haters. If my windows get destroyed, I need to be able to get everything out, cut it out, replace it, recock it, put the trim back on, and I'm good. Which brings me to another point. I'm not hating, I just noticed things. If you build permanent fixtures in front of your window, how do you get to them if they get damaged? Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, do you seal them off from the outside and it was like, fuck it, no more window? I'm not cool with that. This is where I left off the other day. I sanded my window sill down, cleaned it, taped it, painted it. This one's all, the tape's already been taken off. But here's what I am doing. My white trim. As you can see, the background there has the window, the 2x3 painted black, and then my 1x2s that I painted white. As you guys can see, that's my 2x3. It gives it a lip on both sides. That one is ready. That one's just a temporary piece because I want to see what it looked like. I got to cut a snug piece. And then that one is square to that piece and all around. But once I place that one, and that one, I can put the long piece on top. A few more pieces in. And now I'm gonna put on my top piece. I'm just missing the bottom trim. But it's looking good so far. So once I get the bottom pieces in nice and snug, I can go ahead and prepare my boards here. Cut them down, make them fit snug, and then I'll treat the boards, sand it down, paint it, and I will insulate the outside of it. And then on the inside, I got a few things in mind. I have all my pieces cut that I need to as far as the framing goes. I've yet to screw those in because I have some imperfection as far as some warping on the, some of the boards. So I'm just gonna clean that up. These are the boards that I need to cut down to size. My corners are perfectly squared, even though it's not a square piece. Once I get these cut down, what I'm gonna do is make it snug. this facing the outside, I have to insulate it somehow. I'm thinking either Reflectix or insulation board that will allow me the thickness that I want, or that the window spacing allows me for. And then I'm gonna put a weather stripping all the way around, and also on the windowsill where the lip is, so that when I place my board, it'll fasten tightly and prevent any air leaks coming in. What I'm concentrating on more is the freezing draft that you feel coming off the window, and or the leaks that the window already has. Inside, I will be painting it. I have a few things in mind that I want to do, but I kind of want to surprise you guys. But yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave off. So I'm gonna cut the video short here, because I really want to show how that piece is done properly. I am headed down to South Carolina for the weekend, 3-day weekend with my daughter and some of her friends. So this is where we're at. I think it looks fabulous, especially with the shadowing black in the background. And thanks for watching.